No, it's gonna be with explanation,
Sorry, what?
with explanations.
All right. Court is calling 2022 CR 7151, State of Texas versus, how do you pronounce your first name?
Cuatomok, ma'am?
All right, so they're spelling it different ways.
It's misspelled, but what's the Cuahuut?
All right. All right, State of Texas versus
Cuatomok,
Cuatomok Martinez. Could I have parties announced for the record?
Gary Threck for the defendant.
And are you Mr. Martinez?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review the document entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilt and Revoke Community Supervision with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you the same Cuatomok Martinez who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022?
Yes, ma'am.
CR 7151 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance penalty group 1 gram to 4 grams on September 26, 2022 for a period of 3 years. Is that you?
That's correct, ma'am.
All right, state.
Megan Galley for the record and violation of condition number 4 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Cuatomok Martinez, aka Cuatomok Martinez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of November 2022 and December 2022 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
It's true.
And we'll even abandon the remainders.
Any objection?
No, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 4, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 10 years in the prison and up to $10,000 fine?
I understand, ma'am.
Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 4?
That's true, but can I explain?
Yeah, I mean, you have a chance to explain, but my question is, knowing that I could sentence you up to 10 years in the prison,
Yes, ma'am, I'm aware.
do you still wish to plead true to violation of
Yes, ma'am.
condition 4? Court will find violation of condition number 4 true. State, what are you requesting?
Your Honor, we're requesting that you grant the state's motion, enter an adjudication of guilt against the defendant, revoke his community supervision, and sentence him to 6 years in the prison. And the reason that we're asking for that is because the defendant was last seen by the probation department in 2023 and has made no progress on his probation.
All right, in defense, what are you requesting?
Judge, we would request that he be continued on probation in the mental health unit. I think this is a major slip up by probation. Talking to Mr. Martinez, he is a 24-year veteran of the military. He has traumatic brain injury and PTSD as a result of combat injuries. He has memory losses. What he told me basically is he called probation, showed up, and they told him his probation officer didn't work there anymore, that they would contact him. He says he never got contacted back. I think he has trouble comprehending and maybe his memory has memory issues and other things that affects his decision making because of his traumatic brain injury.
Any objection to the court reviewing the court summary?
No, nothing at all.
No, Judge.
All right, there's something that you wanted to say to the court? You want to raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Cuatomok Martinez.
All right, so this is what I want to tell you. Sometimes probation will make recommendations. Sometimes I follow them, sometimes I don't. But I'm going to read this to you because I want you to be able to address for me what's in this justification. It says the probationer last reported on May 10th, 2023 and absconded since. Little to no progress was made while supervised. While supervised, the probation did admit to the use of cocaine while on probation. The probationer reported cocaine was his drug of choice because he reported that works for me. A mental health evaluation was conducted on February 22nd of 2023. And it was recommended that probation have a psychological assessment completed with Center for Healthcare Services for DDRF consideration, followed by monitoring or supervision through the MIC Genesis placement. The probationer failed to complete further evaluations with Center for Healthcare Services on May 1st, 2023. So, explain, because it appears that you had appointments that they had set up for you and you didn't make them. Because they're saying they conducted an evaluation in February 2023. And then after that evaluation, they recommended more evaluations. In your next evaluation, let me see. Yes, they said that you failed to complete any other dates that they had for you for evaluations. So you had a date in May and you didn't show up. They say you last reported on May 10th.
Well, that's when he got the warrant, ma'am.
Okay.
And when I called about the warrant, Mr. Nettles, my probation at the time, he goes, there's no need to contact me, there's no warrant. Oh, yourself in.
Well, I mean, yes, when there's a warrant,
Well, but
there's no, because if you come to the office, they're gonna,
no, I understand, but where I guess like my confusion is that's 5 months into my probation, May. And for them to say that I just stopped showing up.
but no, why didn't you report for any of your assessments? Like they scheduled it, you made the first one, then and after that, you just left, you didn't show up for anything.
If I recall, this is person I spoke with, it was through Zoom. And I told her that I do all I evaluate mental evaluations through Low Ridge and through the TRICARE system. I'm just confused right now. I don't know. Bottom line, it's
Well, no, take a deep breath because I'm trying to figure out what to do with your case. And I will tell you, and the state will tell you, and the defense will tell you. State recommends what they want to recommend, the defense recommend what they want to recommend. That I'm not on anybody's team. I'm just here to get information and try to do the appropriate thing in your case. So I'm trying to figure out, and I want you to take a deep breath. Just relax, because I'm trying to figure out what happened and whether or not you should be revoked or continued. So what I'm reading is that you made some appointments and you didn't make others, even though when you left, they said, hey, this is your next appointment, this is the date. I'm trying to figure out why you didn't follow through. And that all happened before a warrant was issued.
I guess just denial of my mental condition on my part. But it is.
All right, any questions?
Just briefly. Okay, Mr. Martinez, so even though you have an explanation for why you didn't report, you're not disputing that you have not reported to probation. Is that correct?
I don't even know what else to do.
Okay, well, you pled true that you didn't report to probation, correct?
That's correct. I did.
And so back when you were placed on probation, the address that you gave probation was 3423 Norman. Who lived at that residence?
That was my parents' home. It was given to me when they passed away.
Were you living there back in 2022?
Yes, and when I came to court, one of the conditions was because of my medical condition, Ms. Boyd had stated that they're supposed to contact me before they would show up. If I was there, I'm there. If I'm not, I'm not. So and that's just the way. I didn't. The one time assistant mentioned that they showed up and you weren't there. I was like, well, we'll have a little workshop in the back, where I weld stuff. But they're more than welcome to walk to the back. And I even told her, like, the gate is dummy lock. But just to keep for people just walking in, because I had a bunch of stuff that
Okay,
I work on, so.
okay.
I told them they're more than welcome to just walk to the back where I do my work, where the
Okay.
shop.
And Ms. Cisneros, that was your probation officer?
She was our probation officer, but when I first went to the probation program, it was someone else. But when I called in the month of October, because I didn't receive a probation date, they were told the individual that was assigned to you doesn't work for the county anymore. So as soon as we appoint somebody to you, they will contact you and give you your first report date. The November passed, and I called and said, I'm still waiting. They're like, Mr. Martinez, we told you, then when you get assigned, they will call you and give you a report date.
Okay,
And this didn't happen until January.
okay. So I guess my question is, the Norman G. Street address, have you lived there
Yeah.
since 2022 up until now?
Yes,
Okay, so,
up until now, yeah.
okay,
January.
until you were placed in Bear County Jail.
Correct.
Okay, and so I guess you're aware that probation said that they sent a letter to that address, or you?
I wasn't aware of that.
Okay, so you're saying you did not receive the letter from probation? Okay, but if they say that they sent a letter to that address, are you saying that's not true?
Well, I don't know, because it was my parents' home, and then my other siblings and stuff get mail there too, so, sometimes
Okay.
like they just show up and get mail, or I'll get the mail. It just depends of who got the mail at the time. I
Okay,
have no recollection of it.
so you're saying you just didn't receive the letter?
Correct.
Okay, and then are you aware that probation attempted to make contact with you at that address 4 times in 2023 before they issued a warrant for your arrest? Are you aware of that?
No,
Okay, and then regarding in 2023, when you did meet with your probation officer, at that time you admitted to using cocaine. Do you recall that?
well, that was one of the questions she had asked, yes.
Okay, and you were truthful with her and let her know.
Well, yes, correct.
Okay. And then you did have some other conditions of probation that you were supposed to comply with. So like one of them was that you could report in person or virtual. And so you did explain that you did prior to 2023 meet on Zoom. Is that what you said?
On Zoom?
Okay. But you also were supposed to take a parenting class. Did you ever do that?
At the time of the parenting classes, we had the option to either people do it online or in person, but there's a waiting.
Okay,
There's a waiting list, and I explained that to Mrs. Howard, there's a waiting list. The same thing for, she had asked about the community service, and I was like, well, from what I was told, if I completed both classes, parenting and anger management, that they would waive the 100 hours community service.
correct.
But I would explain to her, like, there's a waiting list. And every time I would explain something to her, she made it seem like she was an understanding, but her, her demeanor, her facial expression, okay, Mr. Martinez.
Okay.
So it's just kind of one of those things where I'm like, okay, it is.
So did you ever get on the waiting list for the parenting class?
Well, you would go online and you would submit, I guess, like a request or whatever.
Sorry, it's okay. Okay, and then you also were supposed to do a stress education class. Are you saying it was the same thing?
That was the anger management.
That was the anger management? Okay, so you're saying that there was a wait for both
For
of
both
them?
classes at the time, because it was, they were just doing Zoom
Okay,
and they weren't doing classroom portion.
okay, but as you stand here today, you've not completed those classes. Is that correct?
No, I haven't.
Okay,
No, I haven't.
thank you. We pass a witness.
No,
Any further questions?
no further questions.
Probation and your recommendation?
So according to the court summary, the recommendation is to have them do a mental health evaluation to be completed in custody and follows all of the recommendations. I would like to note to the court that this case expired September 25th, 2025. So court is going to move forward with its duration of probation. He will need to be extended.
All right, just one moment. Deputy Laura, there's a young child in here. Here's my problem, and I want you to know, my thoughts, right? I understand your mental health issue. And I'm taking in consideration that you're a veteran, and I honestly don't think the government does all they should for veterans. But nobody's seen you. And what I can tell you is the court granted you deferred adjudication. The state was silent on your application. But at the time, the state was recommending that your punishment be assessed at 2 years and that you be placed on community supervision for 2 years. So the fact that the state was recommending that, that tells me a little bit about the case. Even though I will tell you, if I read the facts of a case and the state hasn't proved their case beyond a reasonable doubt, then I would have found you not guilty. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. And the reason why is sort of everything has been tried. So this is what the court is going to do. And I'm taking everything that you said in consideration. I'm taking in the fact that it doesn't appear that you've committed any new offenses. You just have not completed anything or done anything. So the court is going to find violation of condition number 4 true. The court is going to find you guilty. The court will grant the motion. The court will sentence you to 2 years in the prison. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's to be no contact with Ruby Rosario. And the court will recommend the therapeutic community. Counsel, is there anything else?
Nothing further, Your Honor.
All right. Did you review the trial court certification of defendant's rights to appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it? All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand?
Yes.
All right, we can go off the record. So here's the thing, when you're released from prison, if you can't find help with anything, just come back here and I'll pick up the phone and see what I can do. When you were placed on probation, I did limited conditions for you just to address the issues that you had and protect the community. That's why I was referring you to Center for Healthcare Services. And the reason for the parenting classes and not community service hours was because of children. And then I was allowing you to report by Zoom or in person, however you wanted it. And I know that during COVID and the pandemic and everything was shut down, that was one of the reasons why I had the field visits, because I wanted to make sure that if there's something you needed or if you were in crisis, they could address that. But I mean, they can't do it if they don't have any contact with you, okay? All right, thank you. All right, anyone else ready? James Garcia? Morning. All I see is circling the wagons. All right, let me see. All right, so where are we on discovery? This is, I think, the first setting for this case.
Yes, Judge, it recently got indicted. I'm filing a motion for a sanity evaluation and also for competency.
Okay,
The state and I had discussions about the discovery. I think it's in there, but apparently there was a bunch of stuff from other cases
okay.
downloaded there, but I think the big issue is going to be the sanity evaluation.
All right, Ms. Ferguson. All right, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna recall this. And counsel, you'll need to file that motion.
Their fault today.
All right. All right, thank you. What I'll do is, we're gonna recall this for December 8th, and we'll see where we are.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so we're gonna bring you back on December 8th.
Okay.
And then, are you on the robbery case as well?
I don't know. if I
It's the
am, Judge.
PF case? Norma, if you can make sure he's placed on the robbery case as well. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm looking at a different case. That's Israel Gonzalez. I think he just has.
He
the
just
same
has,
case.
yeah.
All right, so December 8th. All right, thank you. Do you have the motions? Yeah.
Yes.
Thank you. So on the sanity one, I'll go ahead and sign it, but they're not gonna do it until they complete the competency.
Okay.
But this way you'll have it. And if you'll just let them know that they can't do the sanity until the competency, because otherwise they'll lose it.
I think it's probably gonna end up being an NGRI.
Okay. Thank you. Anyone else ready?
Yeah, page six one down. Down from you.
That's mine as well, Judge.
Robert Keonis?
Well, I've got Bremer is the one I'd signed up on.
Oh,
I've got
okay,
Quinones. I'm gonna
Dreamer.
approach on Quinones in this one.
All right, Dreamer? All right, just waiting for Odyssey.
Come back tomorrow for a week.
I don't know why it's taking, oh, here we go. All right, today is jury trial date.
So, the last couple of settings, we've been waiting for some at-large cases that were
Mhm.
filed. Reason he's in custody is because he got indicted yesterday.
Mhm.
I know at least on, sexual assault, but I can't tell from looking at the printout I got whether or not it's also an ag kidnapping charge. Those are with the PIC unit. So I haven't seen any discovery on the case, but I'd like to see if we can, I guess if we're going to try any case, the big case is the one I'd rather try, so we don't have redundancy of ever.
All right, have PICU come down, please. All right, and then we'll come back on him. And you're ready on Keonis?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Robert Keonis. Right, thank you. All right, so we were here, this case had recently been indicted. Where are we on to the discovery?
I conferred with the state. My client would like a jury trial.
All right. State, how long is this trial going to last? All right, Norma, can you set this before the new year for a jury trial? And I'll need an acknowledgement of discovery. All right, your jury trial is going to be December 9th. You're going to be barred over dressed in whatever civilian clothing you have at the jail. If you wish to be attired in something different, you need to do a clothing exchange. If counsel, if there's an issue with the clothing exchange, let the court know.
I will, Judge.
All right. Your plea deadline date has expired. The court will not accept any plea bargain agreements in this case without good cause. Otherwise, you have to plea open to the court. Do you understand? All right, thank you.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, who's next?
Next on page 4, one down, Erickson.
Eric Simmons. Hello,
Morning, Judge.
long time no see.
I've been around. I don't know what everybody's saying that.
Yeah, I'm like, I haven't seen you. All right, where are we on discovery?
Judge, so this is the first setting. I will apologize. I haven't had a chance to really look at the discovery. I know some things have been available, but I haven't downloaded. It's the first setting. So right now I'm just asking for a reset. They have made an offer. I have conferred with the state. They have made an offer, but I would just like a reset to review the discovery with Mr. Simmons. Come back to court.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset. All right. So we're gonna come back on November 20th. That's gonna be your plea deadline date.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Once you sign the reset form, you're excused. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, who else is ready? Okay. All right, Jamal Coleman,
Yes, Your Honor, I'm present for him.
is he downstairs?
Yes, on the 14th, which was last week, he was found incompetent.
All right, deputies, are y'all bringing him up?
Yes.
Okay, once they bring him up, we'll take it up.
Okay.
Thank you. All right, anyone else ready?
Down. Okay, there we go.
Rogelio Ibarra? Who's the defense attorney? Okay. Anyone else ready?
Page 5, first one down.
Joseph Rodriguez?
Good morning, Judge.
Good morning.
Judge, I was appointed a couple of weeks ago.
Oh, just one second.
Sure. I'm sorry.
Everything must be placed in Odyssey, and Odyssey is slow. And they come up with different reasons why it's slow. I'm like, okay.
There's a book to be written about Odyssey and the boondoggle that it is.
We should do it
Yeah.
and put it on Lifetime. So then people will say, this can't be happening. You know, I think the title of it, if we put it on the Lifetime, it could be like Dying to Be Faster or something like that.
Or $75 million, where did it go? You know,
Yeah.
something like that.
No, see, but if you call it Dying to Be Faster, people are like, oh, what's this about? And then, you know, people will say, surely that's not a true story. Then at the end, it will say, you know, this person is still waiting for Odyssey to come up. It could happen.
They're good.
So where are we on discovery?
Judge, I was just appointed, I think 2 weeks ago. I have not, I don't have all the discovery in my file. I'm not sure if it's been uploaded or not. I was gonna ask for at least a little bit of time to review things.
Okay, was the state able to tender an offer or no?
They were, but I can't really credibly give him
Oh, no,
my
no.
advice at this.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Ms. Ferguson, I need a 30-day reset.
Yeah.
All right, November 20th will be your plea deadline date.
Okay.
Once you sign the reset form, you're excused.
Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you for dressing appropriately for court.
My mom watches you on YouTube. She loves you.
Yeah, okay, I don't know.
You're right there.
Where's his mom? Hi, Mom. All right, so we will see you all back then.
Thank you, Judge.
Who's next?
Coleman is here for.
All right, and what page is that on? All right, Jamal Coleman, whenever you all are ready, just let me know. Yes.
You had asked about the PIC attorney on Mr. Mauer's case.
Yes.
She's working from home today. She's wanting to know if Zoom will be with you if you want to, she can Zoom in.
If you'll ask Mr. Mauer.
Sure.
All right,
Always. They say Robert Mauer, he's agreeable.
all right. Oh, and we may be able to hear because Deputy Laura, will you call IT? Thank you. All right, are you on? All righty, so what is the update on the evaluation?
On October 14th, Judge Rodriguez found the defendant incompetent. And the jail is going to, the people that do those things at the jail is going to try to determine whether or not he should go to the state hospital
Mhm,
or whether or not he will have some other form of restoration.
mhm.
But the judge said she was leaning towards sending him to the state hospital. But that ultimate decision as to how he's and where he's going to be restored hasn't been definitively decided.
All right, well, the law has changed. I'm gonna have to review that because usually depending if it's a violent offense, you're supposed to go to the state hospital, but I'm just following this. So what we're gonna do, Nora, recall this for December. Yep, she stepped out again. We're recalling you for December. And counsel, it's just to see if he's been sent to the state hospital. Just let the court know before this date. And we're gonna call you back on
She's back there.
December 9th.
December 9th. I think he is going to go to the state hospital, but the judge kind of left it open.
Okay.
So I didn't want to not tell you about leaving it
No, no,
open
no,
or
no.
how long it was going to take.
No, that's not a problem. And I will tell you, Mr. Coleman, the reason why I set these, even though I know that you've been found to be incompetent, I set these so that you don't get lost in the system. Because it's easy to get lost in the system when you're waiting for someone to come back with evaluation, especially before you're sent to the state hospital. So we'll be back on December 9th. And if they've sent you to the state hospital, what will end up happening is your attorney will let me know, and this date will be moved. Because once you go to the state hospital, there are evaluations that they have to do to determine if you've regained competency, and they'll usually set that up in 120 days. All right. All right, so we'll have you back on December 9th unless you've been sent to the state hospital. If they still have you at the jail, we'll have you brought back to, so we won't lose where you are in the system, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right, you're welcome. Thank you.
April 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, April S. Rodriguez, did then and there illegally use a controlled substance, namely methamphetamine, in violation of condition number 2.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
That's true.
In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, April S. Rodriguez, did then and there fail to report to the supervision officer as directed for the months of February, April, and May of 2025 in violation of condition number 4.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
True.
And on or about the 10th day of October 2024 in Bexar County, Texas, the defendant, April S. Rodriguez, did then and there fail to submit to drug testing as directed by the supervision officer in violation of condition number 27.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive the rest, Your Honor.
Any objections to the waivers?
No, yeah.
Did you understand by pleading true to violations 2, 4, and 27? Court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violations 2, 4, and 27?
Well, do I have an option?
Oh, you're gonna plead not true, and then what will end up happening is we'll have a contested hearing. So do you still wish to plead true to 2, 4, and 27? Court will find 2, 4, and 27 true. Is there a proposed agreement?
There is not, Your Honor. The state had originally recommended DVRF, but it doesn't seem as if the defendant would like it. So we're asking for revocation, given that there's nothing else that we can do with her.
All right, and defense?
Your Honor, we're asking for the court to extend her probation and to give her lifetime recovery as a condition for probation. And I call her as a witness to testify about what's been going on. with these
Sure.
violations.
Would the court like the court summary?
Any objections to the court review and court summary?
No objections, Judge.
All right, could you raise your right hand?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you solemnly swear affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
April, that's right.
All right, you may proceed, defense.
Thank you, Your Honor. Ma'am, when you were not reporting, what was going on with you during that period of time?
I was physically sick. I didn't know what I was sick of, but throughout the times that I didn't report, either the day before, the day of, or the day after, if you would allow me to, I don't know, somehow get my medical records, you will see that I've been in either an urgent care or an emergency room here in San Antonio, trying to figure out what was wrong with me. I didn't know what it was. I recently got my gallbladder removed, and I know that my pancreas isn't working at the time. Like, I have serious stomach issues. Anyhow, so that's what was going on. But everything happens for a reason. I do believe throughout that, when you gave me that MTR, I have been struggling to get off of methadone for 14 years, which I've been able to do throughout the time that I've been at the county. I mean, I don't know if it makes a difference, but I've been working just to keep my mind occupied. I just would like for you to be aware of the fact that even though I wasn't doing good, I was still reporting to the best of my ability. I would like for you to give me an opportunity to finish the rest of my term, if that's an option. And
Okay, ma'am. So what was the medical condition you were diagnosed with?
I had my gallbladder was removed. I don't know the proper terminology, but at the time my pancreas isn't working. I still have issues.
Okay, and what did you do on probation? You did some things on probation, correct?
Yes, I did. I did my parenting, I did my domestic violence, and I recall you telling me that if I did my parenting, I didn't have to do my community service. I did my psych eval with the Center for Healthcare Services. I don't have the date in memory, but I believe that the only thing I had left, I don't know if drug court was mandated, because throughout that time I picked up a CPS case, which my kids are currently under the custody of CPS. So whenever I asked my caseworker for drug court, he said it wasn't on the table. So anyhow, I did my parenting, I did my domestic violence, and I did my psych eval. I did 2 of them actually, one with CPS and one with Center for Healthcare Services.
And do you have any prospective job employments or sources of income, or how are you going to support yourself if you are returned back to probation?
Well, I'll get a job. I don't have a warrant anymore. I have an ID. That's something that I've been wanting to do for the longest time, but haven't been able to, simply because at first I had a drug problem. Second, I had a warrant, but that's not the case anymore.
Past witness, Judge.
Just a few questions, Your Honor. Ms. Rodriguez, when did you realize you had this gallbladder issue that you needed to have it removed?
Well, at first, I really don't recall the date, but I didn't know what it was. I just know that I was really sick and they couldn't find out what was wrong with me until I had like a serious episode, and they like removed it the next day. So that was like within those 3 months that I didn't report. And I did, however, keep in touch with my PO through emails and phone calls, but I didn't go in person.
So the MTR alleges that you didn't report in November and December of 2024, February, April, May of 2025. Like, it was more than 3 months that you didn't report.
Right.
Is that accurate?
Yeah, it sounds like it is.
Okay. So it also, the court summary also reflects the different efforts that the probation office made to get you to report. Do you remember those efforts that they were making?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And do you remember an encounter in January of this year where they actually made a face-to-face contact with you and explained to you the importance of reporting after many failed, or not failed, but inadequate reporting, that they made a face-to-face contact with you and explained the importance of reporting, and you said that you would? Do you remember that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Was it after that that your gallbladder was
No.
removed?
My gallbladder was removed within those 3 months, but
Before that?
yeah. Well,
Okay.
however, I didn't get right because now I have an issue with my pancreas, which is why Well, anyhow, that's what was going on.
Okay, and during that time, you had some positive UAs for amphetamines, so were you still using?
Those positive amphetamines was at first. I took the time that I was in the hospital, which was like consistent to be able to not, it was easier for me to stay off of drugs than to get off of drugs. I don't know if that makes sense, but when I got out of the hospital, I wasn't on them anymore, so I didn't ever go back. I was just trying to get my stomach issues situated.
And so why did you refuse to go to DDRF when it was originally recommended?
I don't, DDR, well, because at the time right now, I'm appealing an eviction. I only have like, I don't know, 6 days before I lose my home, and I have to the end of the month before my kids get adopted out. So I would really like to work on that. If, and I can go wherever you want me to go, if I could possibly save my home and try to get my kids back.
Nothing further on.
All right,
Nothing further on.
I have a question. Did you complete parenting classes?
Yes, ma'am, I have my certificate on my phone in banking.
Oh, so you didn't tell probation you completed parenting.
At the time when I was talking to her, I hadn't completed it. I took it.
Did you turn anything in showing that you completed parenting?
I just recently completed it. No, ma'am.
All right. And then there's the positive UAs in March, April, and May. I just don't think you're a good candidate for probation. You know, I go by what's before me, and you've been on probation since 2024, and you haven't done anything. Probation, what is the recommendation?
The recommendation on the court summary is for her to be considered. I would like to point out that there were several instances where we tried to get Ms. Rodriguez to do the Center for Healthcare Services appointments. And 3 separate times there was failure to report to those for the mental health evaluation.
Okay. All right, thank you. All right, so Ms. Rodriguez, here's the thing. People can only help you if you reach out for the help. If you don't, after they've set appointments after appointment for you, there's nothing else for the court to do. The court is finding 2, 4, and 27 true. The court is going to grant the motion, find you guilty, and revoke. State, what are you requesting for time?
Your Honor, would ask for 18 months.
Defense, what are you requesting?
We'd have for the minimum, Your Honor. 6 months.
All right, the court will sentence you to 18 months in the state jail felony. The court will give you credit for any time served. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors and no residing in household with minors. And the court will request the therapeutic community. Did you review the document entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal with your attorney? Did you understand it and sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you have a limited right to appeal. That right to appeal is as it relates to the allegations in the motion, not the fact that you're on deferred adjudication. Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. If you have a question over what that is, you need to speak to an attorney. And I'm so sorry. There's also to be no contact with Walmart. And this was a part of her previous conditions. No contact with Walmart on Bandera Road. All right, good luck to you. You're welcome.